Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. I am in a very goofy mood because this is the third video that I'm filming in a row. So for some reason I'm just hyped up. I'm hyped up on life right now. I think it has to do with the coffee frap I made myself, so there's that. But I'm just genuinely excited to talk about recent releases or upcoming releases in July and August. So as I've done the past time, I'm just gonna put up here on the screen some releases that have come out recently or are coming out recently, which I have already read and talked about. Like, I probably got them as arcs on NetGalley. So as I'm talking right now, they are going up from my least favorite to my most favorite. I'm not gonna repeat myself about them. Links to my reviews of them are down below in the description because I've already brought them to your attention. So today I want to talk about a dozen books which I have not read, have not brought to your attention, but I personally really want to read. So without further ado, let's get into it, and we are going to go in publication order. So first up, out July 6th is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. So this is already out. This is a US release. So it says, a black father, a white father, two murdered sons, a quest for vengeance. So all I know about this is that it's highly rated, it's a thriller, and it has queer elements, and I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Next up, out July 13th, we have Magma by Thora Hjoleifsdottir, who is a Icelandic writer, and this is translated from the Icelandic. So I'm obsessed with this cover. I'm obsessed with the premise. I think it sounds so good. So basically we're following 20-year-old Lilja, who is in love, and before she knows it, she moves in with him. However, he starts to be very subtly manipulative and kind of reach in and start to control her life, and things get dark. So I've heard that this is like a dark contemporary fiction. I'm here for it. Love the cover, love the name, love that it's translated, love everything about it, basically. Next, the same day, out July 13th, was Black Box by Shiori. So this is the current Me Too book of Japan, where Shiori was sexually assaulted, and then she wouldn't shut up about it. So as you may or may not know, in Japan and many Asian countries, it's not seen to talk about things publicly that happen to you privately, and especially not something like that. So she was made famous because she wouldn't like listen to everyone and like not talk about it. So she would talk about it on social media, like on TV, and then her book has come out and it has sparked a big Me Too movement in Japan, which I think is brilliant, and I really, really, really want to read it. Then out July 13th, same, was A Touch of Jen by Beth Morgan. So this I've had my eye on for a while. The ratings have plummeted, so it's currently at a 3.57, which usually isn't the kind of book that I like to read unless it's weird, and here is where I'm intrigued because it is certainly really weird. So it says, Remy and Alicia, a couple of insecure service workers, are not happy together, but they are bound by a shared obsession with Jen, a beautiful former coworker who now seems to be following her bliss as a globe-trotting jewelry designer. So in and outside of the bedroom, Remy and Alicia's entire relationship revolves around fantasies of Jen, whose every Instagram caption they know. So they're basically like stalking her. And then they run into Jen and are invited to a party where she is attending, and I think things get very weird. The number one shelf on this is horror, as well as I know that there are like surreal elements, magical realism, and humor. So I'm very intrigued. Some of the reviews, which were like, it's so weird, it's mind-bending, I don't know what I just read. I'm like, I don't know, your review is actually intriguing me more. So despite the low ratings, I'm still really interested in it. Then next up is one of my books I want the most. This is going on my Christmas birthday wish list. This is Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung, who is a Korean writer. So this is a series of short stories, blurring the lines between magical realism, horror, and science fiction. And it says, Chung uses the very real horrors and cruelties of the patriarchy and capitalism in modern society to explore within the short stories. So this is rated 4.4, and I'm so intrigued. The cover, check. The name, check. It's translated, check. And really dark short stories, which are shelved as horror and fantasy, take my money. I really, really, really want this one. Next up is one I'm sure you've heard of. I know that a bunch of people have it. I know that Jordaline put it on her Spooky Smart Bitch TBR. This is Nightbitch by Rachel Yoder. This one is following a woman who wakes up one day and she has a patch of hair on her, and then she believes she is slowly becoming a dog. And this reminds me a lot of a movie I saw a long time ago along the same premise, where a woman slowly turns into a dog. She has young children and a husband, and so it just super intrigued me. Yeah, it's just weird. And the cover, the title, again, the covers and the titles lately, amazing. Take my money. After that, I have The Second Blind Son out July 20th by Amy Harmon. So this will be interesting for people who like fantasy and who like Viking mythology or like Norse mythology, because this is the second in a series. The first one was The First Girl Child, which I thought was excellent. So normally I don't read like Norse fantasy like ever, but it took me by complete surprise. This is the second one in the series, so I'm not going to get that much into it other than to say that if you like those elements, this might be for you. I have the arc and I'm planning to read it this month. Also, the second in a series, but I can't not bring your attention to it because like I didn't know, and I have now put the first one on my birthday wish list. This is Seawolf, Compass Rose #2 by Anna Burke. So I'm not going to get into the synopsis of this one because this is the second in the series, but I just want to let you know that the first one, I believe, queer female pirates. So the only other time I have read a book where it's deliberately queer female pirates is like The Abyss Surrounds Us and The Edge of the Abyss by Emily Skrutsky. And ever since that duology, I've been like, I need more queer lady pirates in my life. Like, where are they? So this is rated super highly. The second one is rated 4.66 and the first one is also rated super highly. So if you like queer lady pirates like me, this would be for you to check out. Definitely, I will be reading these in January for Merry January. I cannot wait. Really, I can't wait. I just want them right now. All right. Also, the sea theme, like no one is shocked, is Below the Edge of Darkness, a memoir of exploring light and life in the deep sea by Edith Widder. So Edith Widder is one of the premier marine biologist in the US who studies bioluminescence. And bioluminescence is one of my favorite aspects of marine biology. Bioluminescence is when animals can create their own light under the ocean, like essentially. So all the jellyfish that you've seen, like comb jellies that bioluminesce, like rainbow colors, or like the weird deep sea creatures that can create their own light, that's bioluminescence. And I'm obsessed with it. And I really want to read this book again, probably for Merry January. It looks great to me, who has very specific marine biology interests. All right, and then moving right along to August. August 17th is when we get Getaway by Zoe Stage. This one is about two sisters who are hiking in the Grand Canyon, trying to leave the world behind, and then they realize the world is coming for them. So this is horror and thriller, and it's by Zoe Stage. Also, I have personally hiked the Grand Canyon from the bottom to the top. It was terrible. I loved whitewater rafting in the Grand Canyon, 10 out of 10. The hike out, yeah, once is enough. So I feel like I will really get into the mindset of this book, and I'm really, really excited for it. I can't wait to see what people who read a lot of thrillers think of it. And then August 17th, second to last, I have A Snake Falls to Earth by Darcy Little Badger. So this is following Nina, who is a Lipan girl in our world. She's always felt there was something more out there. She believes in the old stories. Ollie is a cottonmouth kid from the land of spirits and monsters. Like all cottonmouths, he's been cast from home. He's found a new one on the banks of the bottomless lake. Nina and Ollie have no idea the other exists, but a catastrophic event on Earth and a strange sickness that befalls Ollie's best friend will drive their worlds together in ways they haven't been in centuries. And there are some who will kill them to keep them apart. And then this has magical realism and queer elements and snakes on the cover. I have such a soft spot for snakes. I love snakes. I'm not scared by them. I find them fascinating and beautiful, and yeah, I'm really intrigued by this book. And then the last one I want to talk about is out August 31st, so it just barely made the list. This is Revelator by Daryl Gregory. I requested this on NetGalley. I didn't get it, but that's where I heard about it, and I'm like, I don't care, I still really want to read it. So this is about the 1930s. 9-year-old Stella is left in the care of her grandmother Maudie in the backwoods of Tennessee. These remote hills of the Smoky Mountains are home to dangerous secrets, and soon after she arrives, Stella wanders into a dark cave where she encounters the family's personal god, an entity known as Ghost Daddy. And then we flip forward to the future, following Stella, who is now a professional bootlegger and trying to deal with really dark repercussions that are coming up from her childhood. And I'm like, it sounds so good though. It sounds so good though. The cover's amazing, title amazing. It has great ratings. It's rated 4.3 right now, and it's horror and fantasy. So if you like some dark stuff, this would be for you. This also reminds me kind of Slewfoot, which is an arc I have from NetGalley by Brahm. Again, it's like remote backwoods in America, dark things happening. I'm here for it. Yeah, so these are all the books that I am really excited that are coming out soon or have just come out. Let me know which recent July or August releases you are really keen to get to, or that you're really, really pumped for. I can't wait to hear what you think, and I will chat to you in another video soon. Lots of love. Hope you're doing very well, and I will see you then. Bye!